You're still watching Ways. Now, one of the best ways we can help to fight diseases and to ensure that people get speedy diagnosis and efficient treatments is to help boost the awareness of them. The more people know about different diseases and health conditions, then the more likely they will be to get medical help and treatment before it's too late. This is why World Duchenne Awareness Day is so important to the sufferers of Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Now, this day takes place annually and always has a different focus. For instance, the day was recently themed around standards of care. So not only is it helping to raise the public awareness of Duchenne muscular dystrophy on the world, but this year focuses to help to put an expert to the condition and its treatment in the spotlight. So in case you're wondering what this disease is, I took my time to Google it. Duchenne muscular dystrophy, sometimes shortened to DMD or just Duchenne, is a rare genetic disease. It primarily affects males, but in rare cases can also affect females. Duchenne causes the muscles in the body to become weak and damaged over time, and it eventually fatal. So this was really strange to me. I had to Google what it meant. I'm sure whoever that is out there that is going through it, or if you didn't know about it, now you know. Do you know anything about it?
Never heard of it before. First time.
I know there is a disease that affects the bone, like you have mentioned, but I did not know that it's called what?
This one, right?
What's
the
it called?
chain, I think.
Chain.
Okay. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Right, the chain. Okay.
Muscular dystrophy.
Dystrophy, yeah. I saw one video that BBC put out on Instagram of a lady that has muscle. It's the recent video they just put out there. So maybe it's the same thing. No, it wasn't on this. Okay. She has a rare bone condition. Yeah, you need to watch it.
There are other bone conditions as well.
Yeah, that are different. Yeah. But this one weakens over time, then it eventually becomes fatal.
Same thing with those ones too. So, I don't know.
There are things in this world, though. When you have health, just like the Lord,
health, and
I'm telling you,
you should not take her health for granted.
So, Elsie, what did you find for us in the news today?
Okay, so the headline on Premium Times says cholera ravages Nigeria. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control announced a total 65,145 suspected cases of cholera, including 2,141 deaths, representing a case fatality rate of 3.31% reported from 23 states and the FCT as of 2nd of September 2021. Now, according to the weekly report, Bauchi, Katsina, and Kano State accounted for 73.2% of the reported suspected cases. So I think it was important for me to mention this because I know all the attention is going to coronavirus, but you cannot compare the recorded deaths to what we have with coronavirus, even in terms of the time frame of the reports, right? So it's quite worrisome. Although it is prevalent in the north, we all know cholera is a waterborne disease and it can be transmitted more when you have log of water, sanitation issues, unclean water and all that. So I just hope that enough can be done to save people's life because this is becoming very serious in the northern part of Nigeria.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually very sad. Let's move on. Milola, what did you find for us in the news?
What I found in the news is also from Premium Times, is a follow-on story about the doctor strike. I remember 2 weeks now we've been talking about this doctor strike and how it affects people. The strike started since the 2nd of August and it's still on for over 1 month now. So aside from the doctors, other people are being affected by the strike, and this is what the headline says. Patients, businesses suffer as Nigerian doctor strike lingers. So now this is a story, real-time narrative of people whose businesses have been affected by the strike, and it has to be, the report covers Lagos, Abuja, and different parts of the country. Felicia Adams owns a grocery store at the Federal Medical Center, Ebute Metta, and she narrates that the ongoing strike by doctors has negatively affected her business. She has not been able to restock since the strike started, and her sales has been very, very low. Also, another person had to say that even the transport workers are also complaining about the fact that since the strike started, they've not been able to commute passengers. Now they have to wait hours, and a lot of them are complaining bitterly about how this strike affect their various businesses and their source of livelihood. So they are really, really appealing to the government to please look into the request of the doctors and make haste to attend to these concerns. Also, people go into the hospitals hoping that nurses could attend to them, but then nurses are not doctors. So there's a lot of people that are untreated because of this, and people are dying by the day. It's really disturbing, considering the fact that we're a developing country. Once some of these things fester for too long, they affect every other sector. And it is a clarion call we're putting out to the federal government to please look into the pleas of the doctors and make hasty actions towards reinstating them back to work. Pretty much that's what I have.
There have been ongoing talks, because I remember we were supposed to actually have the president of the Residents Doctors Association on Monday, and he had to call to cancel that. He's still being held back in Abuja because there are back and forth talks on this doctor's strike. So hopefully.
There's always been talks.
That's the point.
It's about the timeliness to it, because it's stretching a bit too long, and a lot of people are dying.
Absolutely.
Aside of the people that are having issues around their source of livelihood, I mean, if one business doesn't work, you can always try another business. What about people that have ill health and they are dying on account of the fact that doctors are not working? So it's a major issue.
Or perhaps we the people are not agitated enough. Perhaps we're not supporting the doctors.
I reckon that's another thing.
Yeah,
we need to take
well,
up as
just
a collective
silent and just watching them.
Especially when it's not directly affecting us.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Funke. So what did you find for us?
Okay, so I'm loving the governor of Kaduna State right now, Governor El-Rufai. And that some people would think that's strange, because I'm always talking about Kaduna and the kidnappings and all that. But, you know, in the news, he said something about education in the north and the cutoff marks. And I think this is a conversation that Nigeria should be having, really. I'm going to take two quotes from Governor El-Rufai. He says, "The North has always been behind in education. We've continuously been the disadvantaged region right from independence, even though we're given preferences. JAMB scores and all that. That has not helped. In fact, it has made our people lazy." Now, here's the second quote. "Against the differential JAMB and federal government's cause, I think people should be encouraged to work hard and compete, and we're prepared to make our children in Kaduna State to be competitive, not only in the state, but globally."
Love that.
So I think about time we had this conversation. It's good that it's coming from the governor of Kaduna State, because you wonder why, for instance, in JAM, a child scores 180 something, does not get
an admission,
and somebody scores 21.
Now you're cutting it low.
That's it. That's it.
That is ridiculous.
Yes.
Like, seriously.
You know those people that let my people go score? And they have a quota. They must give them those slots. It doesn't make any sense.
It makes no friggin' sense.
And the ridiculous thing about it is that it's not only in tertiary, you know, JAM, even for model
Primary
schools and all of
Yes.
this, is this quota system that is just outrageously ridiculous.
I don't know how they think they should be given a preferential treatment because they're from the north. It
They've
doesn't
been
make
doing
sense.
it. They're not thinking it. It's what is happening. They are doing. I'm glad
This
that, like you said, I'm
country
glad that
is very,
somebody
very
like this is
interesting.
talking about it, because we've had this conversation. Trust me, people in the education sector have had this conversation over and over and
On
over
what
again.
basis were they given the right to score
the not
less
rules, man.
and make
Auntie,
it easy?
You're asking questions that
That's $1 million question.
This is a fantastic conversation. I think we will bring it back,
Yeah.
because it's something that we must talk about.
Yeah.
I don't see.
These are the minds that are ruling the affairs of this country.
When you help people in that light, you only make them mentally lazy. Do you understand? You must give every child the same
Platform.
Yes, the same treatment. Give every child. Then the ones that would push themselves, they would push themselves and they will get better.
ones that
But if you keep on
Exactly.
telling them,
The
don't
ones that
worry,
skillful.
Make it
even if you
easy.
have 10,
Skillful.
you
You
get
pass.
admission.
Yes.
I'll keep having 5.
Even 0.
So then the entitlement.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, my story is actually
mentality.
very
Disturbing.
interesting.
Yeah.
I like the story. It's good news for us, and it's a win for
It's a
us
win.
women.
Okay.
Yes. Camila, the Duchess of what's her name again? Duchess of, where is she from? Duchess of
Cornwall.
Cornwall, yes.
Ah.
Yes, the wife of Prince Charles, right? She has accepted to be the patron of Mirabel Center.
Yeah,
For those that do not know, yes, so I'm happy. I'm so happy. So she announced it on her Twitter page. She says the Duchess has become the patron of the Mirabel Center, a sexual assault referral center. For those that do not know Mirabel Center, for people that have gone through rape and all of that, that's a center that you always take them to first in Nigeria, that provides medical and psychosocial support to survivors of sexual violence. And the tweet read in a statement by her that she was delighted to become the patron of the Mirabel Center, and is truly a trailblazing organization supporting survivors of rape and sexual assault as they seek healing and justice. Their vital work means that women no longer have to suffer in silence. And I am deeply grateful to all the Mirabel wonderful staff and volunteers. So congratulations.
It's a win. It's a win.
I'm telling you, this is a win. And I
so
know,
happy
yes,
when I saw it.
I was
because
really
I know
happy.
it will give them more,
A lot of
whatever they need, a lot of visibility,
Yes,
funding, whatever that can help the cause go forward. Because Mirabel
it's a big
Center, I've known them for a long time.
years, I've known them
and
for
they are
years.
working. And they are not just working; they are needed.
Yes.
So.
And I think it's a validation of their work so far. It's sometimes it could be a thankless job, you know, and you have attacks here and there from people even that you're helping, because sometimes even the victim doesn't want to, you know, doesn't want you to help.
Yeah, they fight them sometimes.
Yeah.
That
So-
leave
so-
us, we don't want
Yeah.
to. Yeah. So this is actually a win for them. I'm very happy because this will open opportunities. You know, because one thing that these kinds of centers would always need is access to some kinds of, you know, even outside of funding, support. So legal support, so many support. So having her as a patron, it will open a lot
Even
of
our
doors for them.
government will start paying them more
I'm
attention.
telling you,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
So
So
because
There's
congratulations.
something Abroadian about them.
Yes. No, anything that, anything that,
Not just Abroadian, from the royal home.
it's not a small feat. It's not a small feat. So congratulations
It's a win
again
for
to
her.
Mirabel Center.
Yeah.
This is a win. I'm so happy to have taken this news. All right, so we'll take a break now. When we come back, menstruation.